Brothers, what's good, man? Damn, I did not see that coming. Man, a reaction to the well, first and foremost, congratulations to the new unified world heavyweight champ of the world, Alexander Usyk, coming up from the cruiserweight division, being undefeated, and now he's the heavyweight. Now he's the unified heavyweight champ of the world. Man, that's crazy, bro. If you're a boxing fan, man, you know what I mean. Like you love days like this because it's always good to have like a. Not saying nothing was wrong with AJ as a champion. I'm not gonna say that, but it's always good to have like that new, you know what I mean, kind of like the. I guess you could say like the diversity, sort of say. You know what I mean? Like he's the third champion from the Ukraine outside of the Klitschko brothers, Vitaly and Vladimir. So, like I said, man, congratulations to Alexander Usyk. He stuck to his game plan. You know what I mean? He brought the fight to AJ. He stayed on his toes. He didn't get caught. Well, he got hit a few times, of course, but wasn't anything too crazy. He won by a unanimous decision. And, yeah, more credit to him, man. A better man won. As far as AJ, you know, I mean, I'm going to say my prediction. Well, it's on video anyway, but like I said, I'll be wrong. I mean, it's all good. You know what I mean? You know, I had AJ winning in 9 rounds because I thought AJ was going to work behind the jab and impose his will. But, man, if I'm just being honest, it didn't seem like AJ wanted that fight. You know what I mean? I watched the fight. I ain't pay for it. I damn near did. Some told me like, no, just wait, and then just wait till after the fact, and then go back and watch it. And then you can see it. So I was like, okay, cool. So let me watch it. I haven't watched anybody comment on it yet. You know what I mean? Because I just wanted to watch it and have my own opinion of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Like I said, AJ. Oh damn, my bad. Yeah, AJ just didn't want it, man. He just didn't want it. He fought too timid. You know what I mean? And I even said that in my video yesterday. I said that AJ, you know, he's my knock against him is that he's not aggressive enough. Like there is a such thing as controlled aggression, you know, and as a boxer, if you're too aggressive, you know, that can be used against you. But with that being said, AJ wasn't aggressive at all. Like, then they stopped the, was that the 12th round? Yeah, the 12th round. They stopped it like after 8 seconds. I'm like, whoa, and that's what everybody talking about. Everybody like, damn, how did this go in the match like that? Because AJ was getting his ass rocked in the corner. He wasn't getting rocked, but damn, this. Oh man, but well, I mean, what can I say, man? You know what I mean? AJ lost, and like I said, congratulations to Mr. Alexander Usyk, once again the new unified heavyweight champ of the world. You know, it's going to be interesting to see now how the winner of the Fury and Wilder fight, which direction they go. Do they automatically go for Usyk, or does AJ, if they did have a rematch clause, does AJ exercise his rematch clause and tries to beat Usyk, or does the winner of the Fury fight or the Fury and Wilder trilogy match, do they go after Usyk for undisputed, or how are they going to do it? It's going to be interesting to see now. And there's another thing I want to say too, man. I find it funny how all of the, I guess you could say like Deontay Wilder fans, quote unquote, which really they're just AJ haters. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, I have respect for AJ, him losing 2 fights, because now his record is what, 24-2, over Deontay Wilder being 41-1-1, or whatever, 42-1-1, or whatever the hell he is. You know what I'm saying? Because we can look, okay, if we're just breaking down resumes, AJ is a unified, or was the unified champ. He's a 2-time heavyweight champ of the world, unified, Olympic gold medalist, as well as Alexander Usyk too. You know, and matter of fact, they fought at the same Olympic Games too, back in 2012. Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. So that's another fun fact. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I don't care what anybody says, man. Even after that performance, I still have AJ winning over Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Because I like the way AJ handles his losses better than Wilder. You know what I mean? Even though even when AJ lost the first time against Andy Ruiz, or his first loss against Andy Ruiz, he didn't make excuses for it. You know, there were rumors saying, I forgot the guy's name, is in sparring. You know, because at first, you know, to kind of give a little backstory, AJ was supposed to make his United States debut against Jarrell Big Baby Miller, but he got caught for some substances or some shit. I forgot the name of him, but he got caught for that, failed the drug test. So Andy Ruiz Jr. was actually the fourth option. You know what I mean? Because at first, like I said, it was Jarrell Big Baby Miller got popped for failed the drug test. Then it was supposed to be Dillian White. You know what I mean? Well, that rematch because they fought in the UK previously, but AJ won that one, and he turned it down because he felt it was a low ball offer. Dillian White did, and third, he was supposed to fight Luis King Kong Ortiz, but he wanted to fight Wilder again. So that was that, and then Andy Ruiz was not the only, but he was on the board. So you know what I mean. And then he lost to Andy Ruiz, but I really said all that to say, you know, I like the way AJ handled that loss. You know, he didn't make excuses, even though it was rumors of him getting rocked in sparring, him getting his ass whooped in sparring, and things like that. He didn't make any excuses. I mean, the better man won that night, and Andy Ruiz Jr. You know, he didn't make excuses. He made his adjustments, came back, dominated. You know what I mean? A lot of people say he fought a safe fight. Like, it's boxing. Like, you're supposed to fight smart. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to go out there and just swinging. You're supposed to fight smart. Now, his mistake tonight, AJ's mistake, was he tried to outsmart, or he tried to, what am I trying to say? He tried to beat Alexander Usyk at his own game. You know what I mean? And that was the mistake he made. AJ should have, honestly, in my opinion, made that fight ugly. And when I say ugly, I don't mean fight dirty. I mean, he should have imposed his will. He should have used his physical attributes to his advantage, because he had like a 20-pound, might as well say 20 pounds, 19.8 if we're being technical. Might as well say 20 pounds. He had a 20-pound weight advantage. He had a 3-inch height advantage, and he had a 4-inch reach advantage. You know what I mean? So, hey, wrap him up in the clinch, you know what I mean? Because over time, like, that catches up to you. You know what I mean? Work behind your jab. He didn't establish his jab. You know what I mean? Like, he fought too conservative. You know what I mean? In Anthony Joshua. So that still doesn't take away from his resume. Still doesn't take away from him as a fighter. You know what I mean? And back to what I was saying about the Wilder fans. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how, and they did this shit too when AJ first lost to Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? Like, they was on AJ ass. I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. I remember this shit. I'm like, damn, bro, like, they really coming at dude. I was like, I mean, okay, I mean, yeah, he lost. I mean, shit, who knows? He may win the next one, which he did. He won. I think he won unanimously, right? If I remember correctly, I think he won unanimously. If I remember correctly. I do my research. Fuck it. Anyway, so yeah, man. Like I was saying, man, I like the way, like I said, I like the way AJ handled that loss. Because, like I said, he didn't make excuses. He said the better man won. I'm gonna be back, and that's what he did. And I'm hearing the same thing now. He said he wants to start back training Monday. I don't know how true that is, but hey, like I said, he dapped him up after the fact, and that was that. He didn't make any excuses. He didn't say this. He didn't say that. He didn't go off of YouTube narratives and fanboys being hurt just because Deontay Wilder lost his first fight and shit like that. Now, when Wilder lost against Fury, that was funny. Not the loss, but the reaction on the internet. Like, people were saying, man, I've heard shit like, oh, he lost because he lost because Tyson Fury has mob ties, and they told him to come in the back, or they told him before the fight, Tyson Fury better walk out of here with his hand raised, or else, man, I've heard shit like, yeah, Deontay Wilder is our black brother, and they put that juju on him, and I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, so, and then I heard so much crazy shit. I heard Tyson Fury, and I actually watched a Tyson Fury interview last night. This shit had me rolling because he was discussing the allegations made against him. You know what I'm saying? And and he was like, yeah, because okay, how do you go from okay, I had like Deontay Wilder claimed he had an egg weight in his glove, and then he claimed he scratched him. Check this out now. He claimed he scratched him with his fingernail with a boxing glove on. I'm going to say that shit one more time because I said that right. He claimed he scratched him with a boxing glove. He claimed he scratched him with his fingernail with a boxing glove on. How the fuck does that happen? You know what I'm saying? And hell, even if it was any issue with his glove, you know what I mean? Your trainer, JD's at the time, well, he fired Mark Breland, but your trainer, JD's, that's on him. Because everybody knows the trainer for the opposing boxers goes in and checks the glove, you know, see the hand wrapping and shit like that. And that's why, once again, I credit Floyd Mayweather for this. You know what I mean? When he fought Marcus Maidana, was it the first time or the second time? One of those times. But he did, it was going into his Marcus Maidana fight because the commission already approved of the gloves, quote unquote. But Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby, and Leonard Ellaby is the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. You know, they was like, nah, like the gloves didn't have any padding, like the gloves were like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the gloves were like that. They was like, nah, like these gloves not gonna work because even Marcus Maidana's trainer at the time told him to fight Floyd dirty. You know what I mean? So that's that. But all I want to say is, man, once again, man, congratulations to Alexander Usyk, unified heavyweight champ of the world, cruiserweight undisputed heavyweight or cruiserweight champion. You know what I mean? Still undefeated. I think he's 19-0 now. You know, like I said, he looked great today, man. He looked great. He stuck to his game plan. He brought the fight to AJ. He wasn't intimidated with him. You know what I mean? Or intimidated by the size difference. I mean, he did what he had to do. So congratulations to Alexander Usyk. And I also want to say this to Anthony Joshua and his fan base. Yeah, I don't have anything to be ashamed of. I mean, like I said, Anthony Joshua is a decorated champion. He's fought, contrary to popular belief. AJ didn't duck anybody. He didn't duck Wilder because all of the proof is out there. I don't really have to do that. I mean, that's another video. But because I don't want to be too off topic. So yeah, like AJ didn't duck anybody. He's offered contracts, he's sent contracts, but people have a funny ass way of negotiating contracts. I'll just leave it at that. Like I said, that's another video for another day. But yeah, man, as far as Anthony Joshua and his fan base, they don't have anything to be ashamed of. He's 24-2, two-time unified heavyweight champ of the world. You know what I mean? Olympic gold medalist, has everything to be. I mean, he doesn't have anything to be ashamed of. I mean, he just, hey, that happens. You know what I mean? No excuses. You just lost to the better man. Now, how are you going to respond? You know what I mean? So, like I said, you were a great champion. You fought the Joseph Parkers and beat them, the Dillian Whites, the Carlos Takams, the Charles Martins, the Vladimir Klitschko's, the Kurab Pulevs, the Alexander Povetkians, you know what I mean? Like, you have those names on your resume, you know what I mean? A lot of those guys didn't want to fight Dillian White, let alone any of those other guys, but yeah, like Dillian White, that's another fighter too who doesn't get his just due. But like I said, that's another video. But like I say, man, AJ, man, I want to see how you're going to respond, man, because like I say, man, I believe in you. Like I say, man, I like the way you carry yourself as an athlete, as a champion when you were a champion. I like the way you handle adversity. Like I say, you don't make excuses. You don't blame your water. You don't blame a 40-pound costume. You don't You don't say, oh, you was getting some booty and, you know what I mean? Like your legs was shot. You know what I mean? You don't blame, to use that term, a crab in a bucket, to quote Deontay Wilder, you don't blame like a crab in a barrel, I'm sorry. Crab in a barrel as a referee. You don't make all these excuses and shit like that. You actually honed your craft and, you know what I mean? You just lost. But anyway, that was my reaction to it. Curious to see how the Undisputed, or how the path to Undisputed goes now. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, Anthony Joshua is still in the mix. So just because he lost that doesn't discredit him as a champion. So peace out, brothers.